Well, we don't know how much longer Caitlin Clark's going to be out. All right. There's a lot of people speculating that maybe she won't be back the rest of this year. The Indiana Fever have given a update on her status. It feels strange. I'm not going to kid you.
Caitlin Clark just admitted, "This is the first time I haven't felt like a young body." That's not what you expect from the frontrunner for Rookie of the Year. She's already missed 11 of 24 games this season, and now she skipped the All-Star game too. The Fever are hurting. And let's be real, so is the league. Clark has only suited up 13 times as of July 15th, and right now, there's no timeline for her return. For the player who's been carrying the WNBA spotlight, this is raising eyebrows everywhere.
Clark's recent right groin injury, which she sustained on July 15th in a game against the Connecticut Sun, is the third different injury that caused her to miss time this season.
So the big question, could Caitlin actually be done for the season? Nobody knows, and the silence is making fans restless. Every update feels vague. The Fever's official statement claimed no additional injuries or damage were discovered. If that's true, why isn't she back? If nothing new popped up, what's keeping her sidelined? The team insists they are protecting her long-term health, but without an actual timetable, speculation is filling the gap. And the longer this goes on, the messier the questions get.
She's missed 5 games on 2 separate occasions, first due to a left quad strain and then because of a left groin injury. However, the Fever announced no timetable for her return. She's missed 11 of 24 games this season. Wow.
Here's what we do know. Caitlin has sat out in chunks. First it was a left quad strain, then a left groin injury, and now a right groin problem. That adds up to 11 missed games out of 24. Her last appearance was July 15th against the Sun, and she skipped All-Star weekend completely. That's not just a couple of games here and there. That's nearly half a season for the player who was supposed to be the league's breakout superstar.
Thanks to separate quad and groin injuries, she last suited up in Indiana's 85-77 win over the Sun on July 15th and missed all of the All-Star festivities.
And missing the All-Star game? That was supposed to be her stage, her moment. Instead, she was a no-show. Fans can't help but ask, what aren't we being told about her health? Then you hear her own words, saying her body feels like an old one, not a young one. That doesn't sound like a typical rookie. It sounds like someone worn down beyond her years. Here's exactly what Caitlin said.
This is the first time I haven't felt like a young body that can run around and sprint every day and just continue to do that, Clark said in an event during All-Star Weekend per Glamour. Being a professional athlete, you really have to take care of both your body and your mind. It's been a journey learning about that.
Maybe it's just nagging injuries stacking up. Or maybe it's something bigger. Because at this point, it feels like there's more going on than a couple sore muscles. And with Clark out, the ripple effects are massive.
There's no question the Fever need Clark on the court. At 12-12, they've struggled to maintain positive momentum.
The Fever are 8.9 points worse per 100 possessions without her. That's not a small drop, that's a collapse. Without Caitlin, the offense sputters, the team looks lost, and the energy flatlines. Fans who bought tickets expecting her to play are frustrated. And honestly, so is the league. When Clark isn't on the court, the Fever's identity disappears.
Clark's absence is a blow to the Fever's playoff hopes. At 12-12, Indiana holds a 1-game lead over the 9th seed Golden State Valkyries. However, the Fever are 4-7 without Caitlin Clark in the lineup.
And the ripple effect doesn't stop at Indiana. The entire WNBA is feeling it. Her absence from the All-Star game? Viewership dropped by 1.25 million compared to last year. That's a red flag. Caitlin isn't just a player. She's the engine driving ratings, ticket sales, and hype. Without her, arenas get quieter, TV numbers dip, and the league's momentum slows. And that's where the whispers start. Is this really just about her body, or is the mental grind hitting just as hard? The pressure, the spotlight, the constant weight, maybe the bigger obstacle isn't just physical recovery. Maybe it's everything that comes with being the face of the league.
And people forget when she's injured, she can't train. You know, every time she gets injured and has to sit out, she has to come back and she has to try to recapture basketball shape, right? The ability to run up and down the court and maintain that cardio, maintain that wind.
Let's be honest, Caitlin Clark has been living in a pressure cooker. Since day one, she's been expected to carry a struggling franchise and somehow play like a seasoned superstar. But here's the reality. She's still a rookie, and she admitted, "This is the first time I haven't felt like a young body that can run around and sprint every day and just continue to do that." She said this during All-Star Weekend, and it wasn't just some throwaway line. It was a window into how drained she really feels.
Clark, the hardships caused by injuries are compounded by the burden placed on her as one of the WNBA's most visible faces. Obviously, I love playing basketball, but it can be stressful having so many eyes on you all the time during the season. You're just going game to game to game, she said.
She's not just facing rookie challenges. She's shouldering the entire league's growth. Cameras in her face every game, millions watching every move, endless promos, and zero room to slip up. Caitlin even admitted, "There's so many eyes on you all the time during the season. That's not normal for a first-year player." On top of that, she's played hurt more than anyone wants to acknowledge. Left quad, groin on one side, then the other. That's not bad luck. That's her body waving a red flag. And through it all, she's still expected to drop 30 and carry the fever.
Is it just me, or is she's lost a lot of faith in the Indiana Fever regime, I think, in general? Whether that's, I don't know that she's lost faith in the coach, although I suspect it. But just everything, the training staff. I mean, this is, after you've been hurt this much, I don't blame her.
Some insiders say Caitlin's frustrated with how the team has handled her. Instead of easing her in, Indiana has leaned on her like she's already a veteran savior. And when things fall apart, she's the one under fire. That's a burnout formula. And you can see it, not just in her body, but in her face during games. She's admitted how draining it is to be under constant scrutiny. When you're told to be perfect every night, the joy of the game disappears fast. And Caitlin's not hiding it. She's been open about how exhausting it is. Look what she said in an interview.
We go through the difficult things too. Being able to lean on people and tell them your frustration or that you're not okay is really important.
So when she sits out, it's not just about rest. It's about a system that demands everything from its stars while giving very little back. And if this is how the league treats its biggest players, Caitlin might not be the last one to hit a breaking point. Her situation could be the start of a much bigger conversation. Is the WNBA protecting its stars or squeezing them dry?
Her absence is a tough break for the Chicago Sky and Dallas Wings, both of whom have home games against the Fever coming up that were moved to larger arenas to accommodate fans hoping to catch Clark in action.
Step back and look at the numbers. Caitlin's absence is a reality check for the league. The All-Star Game audience dropped by 1.25 million when she didn't play. That's not a small dip, that's a gut punch for a league betting its future on her. When she was on the court July 11th, her game on ION pulled 1.5 million viewers, the network's top-rated game of the season. That's the kind of star power we're talking about. But without her, the hype fades fast.
Chicago moved its game to the United Center, the home of the Bulls and NHL's Blackhawks, while the Wings moved to American Airlines Center, the home of the Mavericks and the Dallas Stars.
And it's not just TV. The Fever have moved games into bigger arenas just to fit the demand when Caitlin plays. Tickets skyrocket when she's expected to suit up. But when she's out, prices drop, seats empty. That's the league's biggest weakness exposed. If everything depends on one rookie showing up every night, that's not sustainable. That's fragile.
Yeah, they might end up selling out these games, although I wonder. But the ticket prices will plummet in order to get it done, if it happens.
The Fever's coaching staff isn't helping either. Analysts have pointed out that Clark looks frustrated in their system, some even saying she hates playing in it. And you can see it in her body language. If your star rookie is visibly struggling to fit into the game plan, that's on the coaches. It's not fair to expect one player to mask all the flaws of a broken system. And the bigger issue? The league as a whole is built around a handful of stars. With Caitlin at the center, the WNBA is basically one injury away from chaos. And that puts unfair pressure not just on her body, but on her entire career.
Things we know how, the ratings aren't going to be as high. We just saw that. We just saw what that looked like to the All-Star game. It was literally 1.250, 1,250,000 less viewers for the All-Star game with no Caitlin Clark actually playing.
Caitlin herself has admitted how heavy the load feels. She said being a pro isn't just about taking care of your body, it's about protecting your mind too. And she's still figuring that out in real time. The league's over-reliance on her isn't just risking her physical health. It's putting her mental health on the line. If she needs more time off, or if other stars start cracking under the same pressure, the WNBA's problems could get a lot bigger than just missing one player.
They seem to hate her. She has a target on her back. That's the other thing. You know, I mean, that's the other thing. I've seen this too. Is this a clever way of saying she's out for the season?
So Caitlin Clark's story isn't just about a couple of missed games. It's a wake-up call. The All-Star ratings drop, the Fevers collapse, the dip in ticket sales. It all points to the same truth. The WNBA is leaning too heavily on one player, and it's starting to break her down. The real question is, will the Fever and the league change course to protect their stars? Or will they keep riding Clark until the wheels come off? Sound off in the comments. Do you think Caitlin should sit the rest of the season out, or keep pushing through? If you want more deep dives on WNBA drama, hit subscribe and turn on that bell.